What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to Tesla Volt. If you're new to the channel, hi there. So I have right here my 2024 Tesla Model 3. This is my end of year review type of thing. As the year winds down, I've had almost a year to enjoy and assess this vehicle, driving it, my thoughts on the interior, the exterior driving experience, the software, and all of the good stuff you can expect with a Tesla. And I can confidently say that this car is nothing short of awesome. So let's start things off with the design. I'm going to quickly step out even though it's freezing outside. And periodically you may see some B-roll footage of this vehicle, and it may be like older footage of the interior, so just do keep that in mind. But this is how it looks right now. Oh my God, I almost tripped right there. But I want to make this as genuine as possible, just me sharing my thoughts about this vehicle. And I do have my notes pulled up here. So yeah, as you can see right here on the side, we do have that tail light bar that's going to be, hopefully, I don't know if that video will come out before this or after this, but it's a precursor to what the Tesla Model Y refresh is going to be. And I'll kind of just show you real quick right here what it's going to look like. So this is how it looks, and I will be going more detailed in a different video, but this is how it looks. Absolutely love it. Again, precursor of what the Model Y refresh may have. But let's get right to the rest of the redesign, the exterior. It's sleek and I think it's sophisticated. I really do love how it looks. It stands out with a sportier and, in my opinion, a more luxurious exterior compared to the legacy Model 3. Again, this is just my opinion. You can agree or not. This is just my findings. The refined, thinner headlights. So when we come up here, I love them. I absolutely do. The refined, thinner headlights and the single piece tail lights as well. It gives it a modern, streamlined look that I've come to appreciate. And I also do like this right here. Tesla's decision to replace the rear T logo with the full Tesla lettering, I personally think was a great move. It just, I don't know, it looks cleaner, it looks more premium. But again, some may like it, some may not. I think it's the reason because we're so used to just seeing the T logo. Having the actual lettering is a new thing. And I personally like new stuff. I like change. So for me, it's something that I do appreciate. It feels a little bolder and more elegant, but everything else about the car is what to expect. Good things with the Model 3. Now, there is something that I did point out in my other videos, and that right here is going to be with the windows. So if you do pay attention, I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit. Let's just zoom in out like that. Actually, let's do an ultra wide. But you can see right here, the dual pane windows. This significantly enhances soundproofing, especially when you're driving inside the car. And this is kind of going to tie into the vehicle's inside, the interior, which I really do like. So let's quickly step in the interior right here. Now you're going to notice a few differences from a regular Model 3. Like, you're not going to have the steering yoke, and you're not going to have like all these like carbon fiber pieces. Unless you go with performance, you get a little bit more carbon fiber. But this right here with carbon fiber, all of these are linked in the description down below. So I have extra accessories. I do have right here like a kind of extra glove compartment type of thing. So it just kind of hides right there. And most times I forget it's even there. The Spigen MagSafe phone holder. There's different options. You can get a MagSafe, like the one that charges, but I don't have it. I just use it as a phone stand. But I do really enjoy the interior of this. Anyway, let's get more into it. I think Tesla's move to eliminate like the gear and turn signal stalks, it took a little bit to get used to at the very beginning, and it did feel kind of strange, but it's become of second nature, having the turn signals right here and using the screen to change, gears. And hopefully with full self-driving version 13.2, it's going to be even, much smoother. And just with the updates that Tesla continues to push out, it's easier to switch gears more than ever. You put on your seatbelt, it can tell if you're going to go in park or reverse. So things like that, Tesla's always improving with software. So turn signals right here, they're on the steering wheel. And the gear selection, it comes through the screen. It's intuitive, and again, like I said, it feels of second nature. The infotainment system, I love it. I really do. I call this my portable office studio, whatever you want to say, but I love working inside the Model 3. It's fluid, it's responsive, making activities like you can watch YouTube videos, Netflix during your downtime. Let's say you're at a supercharger, or for me, like I like to go out and sometimes work because it's nice and quiet in here. And I'll have like a YouTube video while I'm editing a YouTube video for my channel, whatever it may be. So I do appreciate it. And there is a rear display, and I'll get to that in a moment, but that is a very good thing for rear passengers. For example, my wife has appreciated it during long road trips. Sometimes she gets to catch up on her favorite Netflix shows or like watch YouTube videos, and she gets to use her AirPods and connect it directly to the rear display. So like I won't be distracted as I'm driving. Sometimes it may distract the driver when you can hear excess noise or like a movie or whatever playing. But it's good to know that Tesla does offer that with the rear display. You can pair up headphones, and the rear passengers can enjoy their favorite movies or TV shows. So before we get to the back and I show you guys the rear display, these seats, absolutely love them. First of all, they're really comfy, but second of all, they're heated and ventilated. And for me, that's a huge, huge plus because my previous vehicle didn't have that. And right now the seat is being heated and it's at max. Like I'll pull it up right here, but it's at max and it's so warm already. The steering yoke, initially I thought it'd be weird, but I've gotten used to it and I actually like it. And hopefully in the future, I plan on adding a gauge cluster. Again, you don't need to do this for a Tesla Model 3. There's so many, the car itself is already great, but I just like to add more things and make the car a little bit more unique and to my liking, kind of stand out type of thing. So I'll probably add a gauge cluster right here, like another screen. But for the most part, I really do enjoy using the yoke. But again, coming back to these, the seats, heated, ventilated, super great. In the summer, they're awesome. It really does cool you. And I didn't know that I would be using it this often. Now I've tried heated seats, but ventilated in the summer was just awesome. It just makes the car, these little things make it feel so much more premium. And the premium materials used throughout the interior, it elevates the overall experience, making every drive feel indulgent. I like that word, indulgent. Now the driving experience is smooth, quiet, and effortless. And I've made countless videos on the channel of me driving the car, of the car driving itself. The driving experience in the Model 3 has been amazing. It's been phenomenal, like all the positive words that you can think of. The ride is super smooth, it's whisper quiet, a stark contrast to traditional ICE vehicles, specifically like my previous 2012 Honda Civic. When comparing, and that's the only thing I can really compare it to. That was my previous vehicle. Huge, huge difference. The long range version offers pretty good acceleration, 0 to 60 in 4.2, and ease of use, and Tesla's intuitive design, like automatically switching to reverse, again, when needed, like when you put on your seatbelt, it'll switch to reverse or move forward. Again, it detects what you need to do. It adds a layer of convenience. It just makes the car driving experience much more smooth than ever when compared to my previous vehicle. Now, some may find the lack of gear stalks and turn signal stalks a little bit frustrating. And for some, that may be the deal breaker, but you adapt quickly. You really do. And it's something you just have to really experience. And you can get like third-party accessories that bring back the gear stalks and stuff, but honestly, I don't think I would be doing that because I like the look of it. I like how it's more simplistic right now. Tesla's system for predicting whether you need to drive or reverse, it's so seamless. It's like, again, that's also like second nature, but also the fact, for example, and I'll actually put on my seatbelt. Let's see if it works. So it says fasten seatbelt, and it says tap to activate reverse, because it knows I'm parked. There's no space up there for me to drive. But with future software updates, for example, I'll tap to reverse. I'll drive out and then it will automatically switch to drive because it detects that I'm going to drive out forward. So like, for example, I'll reverse right here, and then let's say I just pull back a little bit and I need to move forward, right? Tesla will be able to detect that, so I don't need to go back up here and kind of swipe. I'm just going to hit drive, move up just a tad bit, and then tap. But Tesla will be able to know that I'm going to creep up forward, so it's kind of detecting everything on its own. So that's an update that I'm super excited for, and hopefully I do get. And that's one of the things with Tesla, with software updates. The car is consistently getting better. And the one main, there's two main things I do appreciate. One is the hands-free trunk, and I'm going to get around to the back and the front to show you guys, as well as the rear passenger seats. But the one thing I do appreciate, software updates. Hands-free trunk, I got that like 3 months later. YouTube Music is now built in, which I have YouTube Premium, which YouTube Music is already built in, so I get to use that. It's built into the infotainment system, so I don't really need to use my phone. And now there's software updates coming out for the Apple Watch. So now I'll be able to use my Apple Watch as my key to get into my car and to activate all that stuff. So these are updates that are coming through software that always improve your vehicle. In fact, China's has like acceleration boost. So I think it's like you pay $1,900 US. Well, the conversion is 1,900. And you can pretty much drop your acceleration boost by or boost your vehicle's acceleration by like half a second. So these are things done through software, and hopefully they bring that package here in the US. But full self-driving, that's a different topic. I'll get to that in a moment after I do show you guys the rear seats, because they are awesome. Now, one thing I also do appreciate before I get there as well, there's so many things I want to talk about this car, is the seat profiles, or just the driver profiles. So what I like to do is, like, let's say I'm at a supercharger or I want to get work done, and I also do have a kind of a table coming for me to make it easier to get work done. But I like to move my seat all the way back and then put my laptop right here and get work done, or put on my lap, and I have ample amount of space between the steering yoke and myself to put my 15-inch M3 MacBook Air. And then sometimes I like to also bring the seat down if I'm like watching a YouTube video or whatever it is, and just relax and enjoy some time. Maybe if it's like dark and I'm supercharging, I'll pull the curtains right here, and don't mind that big dumpster right there, but I'll pull these curtains and kind of just like take a nap for like 15-20 minutes while it's charging, then get back on the road or whatever it may be. But with driver profile, like, there we go. It'll say save or restore. I'm going to go ahead and restore it, and it's going to restore right back to it. There we go. So I'm going to briefly step out. And also, again, these are all like extra accessories, like these carbon fiber stuff, but I do appreciate the ambient lighting. Some people did note about like how this is not correctly aligned. This one doesn't look too bad, but like when we come to this side right here, like that is not aligned. And maybe it's because I have a very early production model. I don't know, because as soon as this dropped for pre-order, I pre-ordered it. So like, I did not wait. I pre-ordered it right away. I also do have Tesla lights, as you can kind of see as it's getting a little bit darker now, like daylight savings. I don't like this daylight savings thing, but those you can pick up from the Tesla store, but easy to install too. So super easy. No problems, and they get really bright during the nighttime, and you can get it for all 4 seats. But yeah, you can hear this solid sounding thunk. You get back into the rear, and here's the rear seats, and I'll actually kind of sit here for you. And I'm like 5'9", 5'10", honestly I don't even know, but if I went on a long road trip and the person in front of me, I'll just go like this, the person in front of me had the same, wow, can we just appreciate that? That's terrible. That does not look good. Anyway, that's kind of going to annoy me, but I'm going to continue with the video. If someone has the same driving profile as me, I have plenty of space. But if there's someone who's a little bit taller, they're going to obviously have their seat a little bit back. So you may be a little bit squished, but for me, honestly, like if I was going on a 6+ hour road trip, I think I would be fine. I haven't done a long road trip sitting in the back because I've always been the driver, but honestly, at this position, I would be fine. And again, with the rear display right here, literally, you can watch Twitch, you can watch TikTok, Disney Plus, Hulu, Netflix, YouTube. As of right now, YouTube is the only one. Like, I cancel my Netflix, cancel my Disney Plus for the time being, and I don't have Hulu or Twitch. TikTok, I usually use my smartphone because I watch vertical videos on TikTok. But yeah, YouTube, I have YouTube Premium, one of my favorite investments. Like, I can't go without having YouTube Premium. I do appreciate that there's USB-C charging ports right here, and everything you can kind of, this screen is just great for passengers. Makes the car feel so much more premium. Again, I think there's ample amount of space. I also did a camping video, and it was pretty comfortable. Like, you bring this down, yeah, 2 cup holders. Actually, when I was younger, we used to play, my brother and I, I think it was a 2004 Camry, or was it 2003? Or even hold up. Yeah, I think it was a 2004 Camry. We used to duel and play Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Like, we used to duel, put our decks right here, and use this as like our duel arena type of thing. So we used to have some fun times in the rear seat. But yeah, you can do that if you want to duel or play Pokemon cards. You can do that. So yeah, I think it's pretty spacious, and there's no bumps. It's just a flat floor. So that's something to appreciate too. And yeah, it's spacious. I like the rear view from here, and honestly, looking like this up front, it makes the car look really premium. Because I'm so used to seeing the view from the front, the rear view, like the rear view sitting as a rear passenger, the car looks extra premium. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I really do appreciate how it looks. Just take a look at that. That's my view right now. Now, this is my camera rig that I have for full self-driving and for other videos, so I keep this right here, and I can fold it up. But yeah, so far, this is how it looks, and it's super easy to get access to the back from the rear seats if you want to fold down the seats. So, and I'll show you guys real quick how to fold them down. Super quick and easy access. So right here, you just pull, and the seat will pretty much come down. Very easy, and very easy to bring it back up. Now, I also do want to point out, because this is an important thing to know for rear seat passengers, if the electronic door does not work, in the case it does not work, you want to get out manually, pull down right here, and you just pull that lever and it'll manually open. So for the rear passengers of most Teslas, I don't know, actually I don't know how it is with the Model X, I'll be honest with you, but with my Model 3, for example, I think Model Ys and older Model 3s are the same too. With the front is easier. This looks weird. I gotta wash my car, but you wash your car and then it snows, and just one day later it's back to being garbage and it looks terrible, and you gotta wash it again. Again, yeah, I gotta clean my interior too. It's Western New York for you. Again, if this doesn't work, you kind of pull this up. You don't pull this up on a normal basis. You only put up in case of an emergency. So I just wanted to point that out there because there are times where hopefully you don't need it, but you want to know that it's there. If the electronics don't work, you want to get out manually. But let's make our way to the trunk. So this is, again, the exterior, and I'm actually going to kind of quickly open or kind of show you how it looks. So let's unlock it for you. That's how the taillight looks. It's pretty cool, if you ask me. And when I turn left, for example, it'll cut it in half. So like only half of this taillight bar will show it's turning left, and then the other half, if I'm turning right, it'll show like half of it was signal right. But let's get right into the trunk. And also, this right here is, I made a separate video about this, but this you can add on you only get this with a spoiler with a performance model. I have the long range all-wheel drive, so you don't get it, but you can install from Tesla too. They also sell it as well. So getting into the trunk, I actually got a decent amount of space. Just don't mind these stuff. Like right now I have right here my mattress for my Model 3. It's taking up some space. I have my detailing kit from Tesla. I should probably, this is my towel that I clean the car after I wash it, so I have to actually go inside and wash that too, so it can be nice spickety span, nice and clean. I got my bags because here in New York, you have to bring your own bags to the grocery store. That car is pretty loud. We got just a very, very basic home repair tool set that I needed. Finally, I got it. Yes, for those, like, I finally got one, so it's finally there. And lots of extra space down here. I do appreciate it. Very spacious. Very, very spacious. I had no, and surprisingly, like, this thing will surprise you with how much space it has. Like, you can put a lot of things in here. Like, going on road trips, I was able to fill the car to the absolute, like, max, and it still had some space. Bring down the seats too if you don't have any passengers. Honestly, you are all set to go. Now, while that is closing, I'm going to quickly open up the frunk, because that also does have decent amount of space. Carbon fiber right there. That is an NFC tag to open up the frunk. I wish this was powered, but it's not powered. This light strip is also not included when you pick up the Model 3, but it does make it so much easier in the dark, so I really do appreciate it. Again, these are also extras, like these trunk mats. Makes it just easier to clean and stuff like that. But there's ample amount of space in the front. If I go on a road trip, I'll put my small suitcase in here and it fits, no problem. So I don't even need to take up any space in like the rear seats or in the trunk or anything like that. Oh my goodness, it is very cold. It is getting very, very cold. Let's get back in the car because it's also getting a little bit dark. Again, it's daylight savings. It's like December 13th. Oh, nice and warm inside the car. All right, so full self-driving. I made countless videos of this, so I don't really want to go too much into detail with it. I'm gonna fix this. There we go. But here's what I have to say. I'm so happy I have it. It's $100 a month, or you can pay $8,000 in full, and I've really been enjoying it. Tesla did offer actually the first month free. Then I purchased it, and then actually this month I'll be paying again. They gave me another month free. Actually, it was almost like a month and a half of free full self-driving. So I made use of it. Now I'm going to pay it again, which I'm completely okay with. But 2025, full self-driving is going to the next level. They already started releasing version 13.2, which is a massive improvement. And stay tuned to the channel and subscribe if you haven't already. Because once it comes out, once it rolls out to my car, I will be showcasing it on the channel. But the important thing with full self-driving is if you can get from destination A to B without any intervening in the car, that is a successful completion of full self-driving in my eyes. Honestly, if you could pull out from the garage, drive you to the mall, park for you, you're all set. Now, with full self-driving, there also is a new feature called Actual Smart Summon. And you can see it right here, just like that. So you can see Smart Summon, and it's become very, very useful. I really do like Smart Summon. Now the affordability. That's the thing. A lot of people ask the affordability. And here's what I have to say. I purchased this when it was around like 44,000 something odd dollars. And it since went up to 47. It's in the 47s right now. You can get the federal tax incentive as of right now, $7,500 off the Model 3 long-range all-wheel drive. And I think for a value of like 40,000, super good. For 40K, you're getting a very good car. The performance is also a good trim. Even the long-range rear-wheel drive is also a good trim and a good vehicle to pick up. Now, where I live in Western New York, you want to have all-wheel drive. It's just better to have an all-wheel drive vehicle. And Tesla is always offering like finance, like 0% APR and all of these different deals and stuff like that. And also right now, if you use my referral link, you get $1,000 off a Model 3 or a Model Y. And I believe it's $2,000 off if you purchase a Model S, Model X, or a Cybertruck. It also does help out the channel out a lot, and I really appreciate it. I've been getting referrals And thank you, each and every one of you. I get the emails for using my referral link. If you do watch my videos, thank you so, so much for using my referral links. It really does mean a lot and really does help out the channel out a lot. And again, thank you all so much for making this an opportunity of a lifetime, because if it weren't for each and every one of you, I wouldn't be able to continue making these videos. Just your support, watching, liking, commenting, subscribing. It pushes me to make more videos, and it also generates revenue as well. And this also ties into my main channel, MTG Productions. That's kind of where I was able to start TeslaVolt, thanks to support of MTG Productions and having that side of making tech videos as well. It was a huge factor in this purchase. Again, thank you guys so much. But I want to wrap things up before, it gets too dark. Value-wise, great vehicle. Absolutely love it. Absolutely recommend it. Follow me on Twitter and X, or whatever you call it. I still call it Twitter, but follow me on there for lots of where I usually talk the most about Tesla after TeslaVolt. But wrapping things up, this is a mini Model S. I really don't care what anyone says, but I truly believe that the Model 3 refresh is a mini Model S. Looking back on this year, I couldn't be happier with the purchase of this car. I was in need of a car last year, and once I saw the rumors, and I was going off of rumors, so I'm taking a risk because I didn't know how long I would be waiting for this car to come out in North America. I was waiting for it. I was taking the risk, and then they announced it in China. They rolled out in Europe, and again, I'm still kind of taking that risk. When is it going to release in the US? And then all of a sudden it just dropped. Like January 9th, I think it was January 9th. It just dropped at like 11:50 p.m. And that morning, like 6, 7 a.m., I ordered it. And I did it, like it was just kind of spontaneous. I had saved up already. I knew I was going to make it. It was a matter of when, not if, but a matter of when. So I'm super happy. I couldn't be happier. This is my best purchase that I've made, and I think this is a great investment I've made as well. Tesla has delivered a car that feels like a mini version of the Model S. It's sleek, high-tech, and it's a joy to drive. For anyone considering the Model 3, I wholeheartedly recommend it. And here's the thing, I'm going to continue sharing more thoughts and experiences with the Model 3 as we move into another year with this incredible vehicle, and so much more updates with Tesla as well. And hopefully I get to test out other upcoming Tesla vehicles on the channel. So here's the thing. Here's to more miles, more road trips, and more reasons to love the 2024 Model 3, or what I call the Model 3 refresh, or Project Highland, in the coming year. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, let me know your comments down below. It really does mean a lot. Thank you all so much for the support, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.